Hi everyone. Now let's discuss topic 12 of Unit 4, ISMS, Information Security Management System. An ISMS, Information Security Management System, is a structured framework of policies, processes, and controls designed to manage and protect an organization's sensitive information systematically. In simple words, an ISMS is like an organizational security shield. It ensures that important information such as customer data, financial details, or trade secrets is safe from threats like hacking, data leaks, or misuse. 2 mark questions. What is an ISMS? Mention 2 objectives of an ISMS. Name 2 components of an ISMS. Why is monitoring important in ISMS? Give 1 example of a control used in ISMS. 5 10-mark questions. Explain the importance of an ISMS in organizations. Describe the key components of an ISMS. Discuss the role of risk assessment and treatment in ISMS. Explain how ISMS ensures regulatory compliance. Illustrate with an example how ISMS protects critical information in an organization. An Information Security Management System, ISMS, is a structured framework of policies, procedures, and controls designed to manage, protect, and secure an organization's information assets. It provides a systematic approach to ensure the confidentiality, integrity, and availability (CIA) of information while managing risks arising from cyber threats, human errors, or system failures. Confidentiality ensures that sensitive information, such as customer financial data, is accessible only to authorized personnel. Integrity ensures that data, like transaction records, remains accurate and unaltered. And availability ensures that information, such as patient records in a hospital, is accessible whenever needed. The main purpose of an ISMS is to safeguard information, manage security risks effectively, comply with regulatory requirements like ISO 27001, GDPR, or HIPAA, and build trust with clients and stakeholders by demonstrating responsible handling of information. For example, a company handling customer data may define security policies, specifying access rights, perform risk assessments to identify vulnerabilities like phishing or insider threats, implement access controls based on job roles, monitor and log all activities involving sensitive data, and establish an incident response plan to quickly address any security breaches. By following these practices, an ISMS ensures that information remains protected. Employees follow consistent security procedures, and the organization can respond efficiently to potential incidents. The objectives of an Information Security Management System, ISMS, revolve around protecting an organization's information and ensuring its proper management. The first objective is to protect information assets, which means safeguarding sensitive data such as customer records, financial information, or intellectual property from unauthorized access, alteration, or loss. For example, implementing role-based access control ensures that only authorized employees can access payroll records. The second objective is risk management, which involves identifying potential security threats, assessing their impact, and applying measures to reduce risks. For instance, an organization might perform a risk assessment to detect vulnerabilities like weak passwords or unpatched software, and implement multi-factor authentication or patch management to mitigate them. The third objective is compliance, which ensures that the organization follows international standards like ISO 27001, as well as local laws and regulations, such as GDPR or HIPAA, avoiding legal penalties and reputational damage. Finally, continuous improvement is essential, meaning that the ISMS is regularly reviewed and updated to adapt to evolving threats. For example, after a phishing attack attempt, a company might update its employee training program and email filtering rules to prevent similar incidents in the future. These objectives collectively ensure a robust, proactive, and adaptive approach to information security. The components of an Information Security Management System, ISMS, are essential elements that work together to protect an organization's information assets effectively. Policies and procedures. These define the rules, guidelines, and standards for handling information securely. Policies cover areas like access control, acceptable use of IT resources, password management, and incident response. For example, a policy may require employees to change passwords every 90 days and prohibit sharing login credentials. B. Risk assessment and treatment. This involves identifying vulnerabilities and potential threats to information assets, evaluating the associated risks, and implementing measures to reduce or eliminate them. For instance, a risk assessment might reveal that sensitive customer data is stored without encryption, prompting the organization to implement encryption protocols. C. Organizational structure. This defines roles and responsibilities for managing information security. Key positions, such as a Chief Information Security Officer, CISO, oversee the ISMS, while security teams handle day-to-day monitoring and incident response. For example, the CISO ensures that all departments comply with security policies and coordinates responses to security breaches. D. Controls implementation. Controls are safeguards applied to protect information. These include preventive controls like firewalls and strong authentication, detective controls like intrusion detection systems and access logs, and corrective controls like backups and incident response procedures. For example, an organization may use antivirus software and firewalls to prevent malware attacks and maintain regular backups to recover lost data. E. Monitoring and review. Continuous monitoring of systems ensures that security measures remain effective. Regular reviews, audits, and performance evaluations help identify weaknesses and update security policies as needed. For example, monitoring failed login attempts can alert the security team to potential hacking attempts. F. Documentation and reporting. Maintaining detailed records of policies, procedures, risk assessments, audits, and incidents is crucial for accountability and compliance. For example, documenting a phishing incident, including investigation steps and corrective actions, can support regulatory compliance and provide a reference for future prevention strategies. The importance of an information security management system, ISMS, lies in its ability to systematically protect an organization's information assets and reduce risks associated with cyber threats. By implementing an ISMS, an organization can protect critical data and intellectual property, such as trade secrets, customer information, or financial records, from unauthorized access or theft. It also reduces the risk of data breaches and cyber attacks by enforcing strong security controls, monitoring systems, and responding promptly to incidents. Another key benefit is ensuring regulatory compliance. Organizations must follow standards like ISO 27001, GDPR, or HIPAA to avoid legal penalties and maintain operational legitimacy. For example, a hospital implementing an ISMS ensures that patient records are encrypted, access is restricted to authorized personnel, and audit logs are maintained, thereby complying with HIPAA regulations. An ISMS also improves stakeholder confidence, as clients, partners, and regulators trust that sensitive information is handled securely. Additionally, it enables continuous improvement by regularly reviewing security policies, conducting risk assessments, and performing audits to adapt to evolving threats. In essence, ISMS is not just a set of policies. It's a structured, proactive framework that safeguards information, mitigates risks, and ensures legal and regulatory compliance, all while building trust with stakeholders. Best practices for implementing ISMS. To ensure an ISMS is effective, it should be aligned with business objectives and regulatory requirements. This means the security framework must support organizational goals while complying with laws like GDPR, HIPAA, or ISO 27001 standards. Organizations should conduct regular risk assessments to identify vulnerabilities and implement appropriate controls, such as firewalls, access restrictions, encryption, and incident response procedures. Employee training is critical. Staff should be aware of security policies, phishing risks, password hygiene, and safe handling of sensitive data. All policies, procedures, and security incidents should be documented thoroughly to support accountability and compliance. Regular internal and external audits help verify the ISMS's effectiveness, and identify areas for improvement. Using a risk-based approach ensures that critical assets and high-priority threats receive focused attention. Real-world examples. Corporate IT. Companies implement ISMS to secure financial data, access credentials, and intellectual property against cyber threats. Healthcare. Hospitals use ISMS to protect patient records, monitor staff access, and maintain HIPAA compliance. Banking. Banks apply ISMS for online banking systems, transaction monitoring, and fraud prevention, ensuring both security and regulatory adherence. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe.